Hey guys, how's it going? So today I figured that we could take some time and walk along the outside of our property and take a look at some of the winter interests that we have going on. So I figured we'd start along the east side of our garden. It's called the east side garden bed for obvious reasons. It is a newer garden bed that we installed over the past couple of years. Originally, it started with a really large, I believe it was a maple tree, but I'm not 100% sure what type of tree it was. And unfortunately, that tree started to die off on us. So we had that cut down this year. So the bed went from a full shade garden to a full sun garden. So it was something that I had really started to work on a lot more towards the fall, the tail end of this past season, in terms of adding some more hydrangeas into the bed and some more shrubs in it. But I think in general, from a winter interest perspective, everything still looks really good. We have added this really large Jane Magnolia in late summer of this year. I have had to wrap some of the branches around it because we did get some buck rub, which we often tend to get during the mating season. So basically buck rub, what that is the male deer rub their antlers along some small trees and shrubs. It could potentially kill the tree or the shrub if you're not careful, but they do it to kind of mark their own territory. So I ended up wrapping the branches. What I do plan on doing later in spring, because I don't really want it to be a shrub form. I do want it to be more of a multi-trunk tree. So I am going to probably end up cutting off some of the outer branches so that it takes more of a tree form. I didn't want to do that quite yet. I really wanted to get it in the ground and make sure it gets established before I start trimming on it and changing the shape of it. Other than that, we also have, so these 3 boxwoods over here at the front of the bed, I had moved those from a different area of the garden. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep those. I like the idea of having boxwoods there, but I don't know if I necessarily like the shape of them. Also, the spacing is a little bit off because I remember when I was trying to dig down, that large tree was still there, so some of the roots were in the way. So the spacing across all 3 of them is a little bit off. So I'm going to do some thinking in terms of whether or not I'm going to keep that for the spring. The hydrangeas, I kept some of the heads on it. They're really quite small, but they still add a little bit of winter interest. And then I do have some more evergreens and some more boxwood dotting throughout the bed. And I really like the way it looks in general. Now, these 2 evergreens here that I have flanking the walkway, I'm not 100% sure about them. They are called Pinus nigra or green tower. They tend to grow very upright and very narrow, but the problem is they weren't very happy in the beginning, even when I got them. And they were 2 very different sizes, which they've continued to be very different sizes. So this one seems to be doing okay, but it's a lot smaller in nature. But this one is just getting bald spots all over it. I can see twigs and branches falling down, and it's just not looking so good. So I'm probably going to give it another season, and if it's not doing so good, I'm probably going to move it towards the back of the garden bed or just get rid of it in general. I'm not 100% sure because this is front and center. This is prime real estate right here. So I want something that looks really great and really eye-catching rather than something that kind of has bald spots or isn't going to do it justice. The other thing that I'm going to work on this spring is covering up this HVAC unit. Obviously, it's something that we need to have around the house, but it doesn't necessarily need to be so obvious that we have it. So I'm probably going to work on some sort of narrow shrubbery. I have to think about and do a little bit of research on to kind of put in front of the unit, but so that it's far enough out so that it's not going to intrude us having to work on it if those days ever come. So that's going to be the other project that I'm going to work on in this bed. But other than that, I think everything looks really nice. I really love the look of the perennials. I love the look of the grasses. So as this bed ages and matures, I think it's going to continue to add a lot of interest. All right, now moving over onto the west side of the house, these garden beds over here are a little bit more established, although I did add some things and move some things around this past year. One of the first things that I noticed of some of the things that I planted this spring, this weeping white pine that I really loved, I can see that there already was some deer damage because one of the branches was broken off. So that's fairly unfortunate. It was a small little thing to begin with, but hopefully it'll recover and be okay. The other things that I had planted that I really, really like is the Japanese Andromeda. So this particular one is called Passion Party. I really love the way the little pink flowers, the little pink berries are popping up through the snow. I think that there's a lot of good evergreen interest dotted throughout. And I didn't do a lot of perennial cutback this year. So the seed heads of some of the black-eyed Susans and some of the perennials that I have dotted throughout the bed still look really interesting and add a lot of interest throughout the snow. Now this barberry usually has a lot of little red berries on them. You can probably still see a couple in there, but the birds have already gotten to them, which is good. That's what it's there for. We have this gorgeous river birch on the property, which adds a lot of bark and texture interest into the garden. And that's really all months of the year because that texture is relevant throughout the summer as well. We have some of our lentil roses, which look really sad right now. But if you look, you might be able to see some new growth. Popping up. Yep. If you dig down, you can start to see some of that new growth. Even in the winter, start popping up. These lentil roses, also known as hellebores, they tend to start blooming for us in late February. Again, the seed heads of the autumn's sedum, really love the look of that popping through. If we move along further on the fence side, I have this, what it used to be a fountain, but it didn't work anymore. So I had kind of turned it into a little bit of a planter. So I had planted some chicks and hens in here, some more echinacea seed heads, a weeping blue cedar that I love that I planted a couple of years ago. And this is all up against our borrowed landscape of our neighbor's green giant arborvitae. So I really love that. This hydrangea right here is a very old hydrangea that I had actually moved from my mom's house. It was something that she really loved and enjoyed, and I wanted to have it as part of my landscape. So I actually don't know what it is. I thought it was a limelight, but I'm not sure because the flower blooms on it aren't as large as your typical limelights, but still, I still love having it on my property. And then another new magnolia that we planted, and I am seeing a lot of damage here as well. And here I can see the buckrub right here. So this is what buckrub looks like. It is incredibly frustrating, and I can see he has caused a lot of damage by breaking off a couple of branches already. So I am going to have to get out here and wrap this tree as well, because that's very frustrating. The Joe Pye weed I didn't cut down. I probably should have, because now it looks kind of like a mess back here. We still have some standing, but then there's also a lot that's laying down. But I just didn't get to it before the cold came in. And then these were the containers that I had worked on back in November. These are the little DIY Scandi trees that I had done, plus plopped 2 Christmas trees into the larger containers. I think everything still looks really good and looks seasonally appropriate. So I'm not going to touch this at all. I'm just going to leave it as is until I basically get bored of looking at it. I did also leave the stalks of the large perennial hibiscus that we have in here. Again, those seed heads really continuing to add to the winter interest. And then right over here, I have this giant black cat pussy willow. This thing started off as a plant that was maybe 1 foot tall. It really likes it here because as our property slopes down, it gets really soggy soil over here. And this thing has just boomed. I want to say it's either 3 or 4 years old, but I really love the structure of it. Now I am going to prune this back pretty harshly come the spring, but for now, I'm loving the interest. All right, now as we walk through the gate to the inside of the property, things are still looking pretty good. So I did leave these grasses up for the first time this year. And I think because of the size of them, I think everything still looks okay. And then we're going to see about the tumbleweeds, you know, as winter progresses, if they still look good or if I have to come out here and cut them down before the spring hits. More hydrangeas to add to that winter interest. And number one, first and foremost, is a basketball net. Really, really draws in the eye for added winter interest. As we head down the walkway, more of that sedum poking through the snow, along with that little rock retaining wall, which adds a lot of interest. And then we have our fire pit area, which is a little bit of a mess. And I didn't get a chance to clean out before winter set in. These 2 containers are still looking really good. I put in the lemon cypress. This one looks a little bit floppy, but everything still looks really good. I cut some of the green giant arborvitaes and stuck them in here, and then just used those dried hydrangea seed heads. And with how cold it's been, everything is frozen into place. So I know it's not going anywhere, but it still looks really good. I love these hairy ladder walking sticks. They are so interesting in the fall and winter months before they leaf out. Once they have leaves on them, they don't look like anything special, but they are so worth adding to your garden space just for some winter and fall interest, because they are really quite interesting. Now, along the limelight hydrangea bed over here, I had also added these dwarf mugo pines that are supposed to turn a very bright yellow chartreuse color during the colder months. I really, really like that. They stay about this size. They get maybe a little bit larger, but this is about the size that they stay. Now this is the raised bed area of the garden. I try to use it for a cut flower garden, and it seems like every year I never really use the space correctly because things end up just overgrown and not really what I envision it to be, because it always ends up kind of being an afterthought. So I'm really going to focus on this space this year and try to make it a little bit more usable, not just a place where plants kind of go to die. And then our David Austin roses here still had some buds on them before the freeze set in. And then we have our Hakanakloa grasses that are right at the base that I actually kind of like the look of right now. Again, I'll probably end up cutting that back sometime in late February once I am tired of looking at them. But for right now, I think I like how it looks. And again, there's Leo's ball and my son's baseball net. Again, imperative to add to your winter interest. Now, as we make our way back up the stairs to the top of the property, we have our green giant arborvitaes, which I love the look of with a little bit of snow on them. Did you just run into the hydrangea? And I absolutely love this unique stone bird feeder, or bird bath, I should say, in this little corner. But again, I do really want to work on the raised garden bed down below, because that is a view that I kind of want to make look a lot nicer, so that when I'm looking this way, it looks all nice and tidy, even if it's my work area. All right, and then lastly, this is basically the view from my kitchen window. It's the backdrop of these beautiful green giant arborvitaes that we have that were here on the property when we moved in. It adds great privacy. It runs along the pool side, so it kind of gives us that privacy from any of our neighbors and friends. And then right at the base of them, we have more hydrangeas and roses dotted along the bed, which again, continue to add to that wonderful winter interest that we've been talking about. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up here because it is so cold. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions in terms of how to add winter interest, make sure to watch a couple of these videos because I will walk you through it. And as always, if you like this sort of content, make sure to like and subscribe, hit the notify button. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.